you know, we look forward to taking those good trades. So, trade smart, trade setups. In terms of our disclaimer, remember that day trading, of course, is risky. A lot of people are struggling. So, if you're new to the markets or if you're just not consistently profitable, it's best to trade in a simulator than using actual cash. If you don't have the emotional connection in the simulator and you do want to use cash, you have to use risk money, which is a good way of protecting yourself, right? And limiting your exposure. Money that if you lose it all right here, right now, it does not affect your lifestyle or your livelihood. Do not try to blindly copy me. That is a recipe for disaster. All right. Keep that in mind. And lastly, I do not invest money for my subscribers, so be careful of any fake accounts trying to reach out to you. There's been a lot of people trying to impersonate, the members here in our community. We do not, we will never ask you to click on a weird link. We'll never ask you for money or personal information. All right. And we don't reach out to people first. Usually people are reaching out to us. So that in itself is a red flag. All right. A lot of fake relentless trader accounts. So SIEN, it's pushing up. Is this the one to watch here coming into the open? We got a high of 20, low of 05.
BDCD.
Bring the volume down just a little bit. Well, this seems to be fluctuating. SNOA, attempting a quick trade there, but not seeing much. I'll give it a chance. Make sure it doesn't need a pullback. A lot of red, but it's also not selling off yet. The other one is back at 20. Opportunity will cost as always as I'm in this other stock. The 8. I know this is so stuffy. We got a high of 25 on this other one, but the 1 minute candle in SNOA is going to fail, so we'll see what happens. 365 days a year having a cold. It's not fun. But this 1 minute candle to make the new high here is also not holding up well. Can we hold 45 SNOA? There's 44, 42, it's coming down. This other one here is coming down as well. AHI is the only one holding up. XPEV, is it worth looking at? Yeah, it looks like it definitely is. I should have been watching at it earlier. It looks like this might be the one. Is it halted? No, it's not. The last time this stock did this, we did well, but we might be too late already. It's extended, so I'm not going to look for anything up here. Well, yeah, this was a nice move. Came out of nowhere, but pretty good. CVNA also moving a bit, but Low, high of 35, low is at 19 right now. How's this daily chart? Oh, it looks like it's in no man's land, but it's moving up. The daily chart doesn't look great. Low of 12. This stock has been a very interesting stock over those couple of months. It looks like it might need a new low, and it does. So do we need a 5-minute pullback here, or are we going to bottom out eventually? We had a low of 8. Right now I'm just putting out some orders just to, try and get a feel. If it does bottom out around this area, at least I can catch something. But if not, tight stops as usual. All right, here's a couple of cents. And so that's what I like to see, right? Not bad. Bottoming wick. Highs at 33. There's a huge bid coming in down there. Oh, I read that wrong. It's gonna be buying. Okay, and then another one again. So I'll try again. Let's see if it does continue to hold this area. Okay. Will we see a new high over 28 and then 30, 35? It's fluctuating a lot. SIEN is curling up nicely. I probably shouldn't have added there to us, being a little too aggressive, to be honest. Today's a new day after all. We do have higher lows since that low of 8, which is good. 25 right now is the 1-minute candle to make the new high. The new 5-minute candle is about 2.5 minutes away. So it's coming down to the lows again. Time, 1 minute and 20 seconds to the new 5-minute candle. There's 8. You gotta be careful of it flushing down. It could happen, but I'd love to see it hold for a double bottom down here. The selling pressure isn't immense, which I like, but I also want to see some buying coming in for the 1-minute candle to potentially make a new high. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I might switch gears. This one, I don't know if it's finished. There's a huge bid here. Yeah. Okay, switching gears. SIEN. SIEN. I'm just way too late to that one. It's finished already. SIEN seems like it might be onto something. Can we see a pull away here to like 25? To the depths. To the depths. It looks like SIEN not holding up well. Well, we're seeing a lot of chop. I'm thinking maybe I size down right now and not even waste time, and then size back up later if something else is actually worth it. XPAV, beautiful move. I'm just way too late coming to the show. The pullback is not holding up anywhere. It would have been nice to catch those green candles, but I wasn't paying enough attention to the scans. I was focusing up on SNOA and the other one. Speaking of SNOA, it's moving back up, but I'll use small size here, and we'll see. I'll increase size if it makes sense. If not, not sizing up. I keep forgetting to switch the stocks down here. Here we are. It's trying for this red to green. Low of days at 37, VWAP at 42. The only thing I don't really like here is that high of day volume is on a red candle. As mentioned, this stock, the daily chart is a little weaker. So I don't know if I want to be in holding very long in the trades. I don't mind the quick scalps though, if we can see something. How's let's see, AHI? How's this one doing? Actually not bad. AHI did pretty well. AHI did well. The sub $1 stock for the win. By the way, let's get rid of these show trades. Have the charting a little cleaner. Not much so far to start this day, similar to yesterday. At least we had MGRX, which, wasn't bad. XPAV a surprise move, but, will it curl back up? It's bounced up a little bit. Well, this is gonna keep dropping. No good. Even below low of day at 37. VWAP not holding up. We do have 5-day volume in a red candle, but still not even a small bounce there. I'm thinking if I should shut it down right now, to be honest. This momentum does not look good at all. Take a small red day and head out of here. It's 9:44. It's pretty early, but we'll see. For those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing. XPEV is back up. Of course, after trying a million times at the lows, it just kept going down, and now here it is, back up. Ay, ay, ay. We've had a pullback just now, low of 13, 523. SIEN is also selling off. Today might be one of those days where we definitely have to wait a little later into the day for the better momentum. Maybe. Let's see how this one does. CFRX. Is it going to be aggressive here? CFRX moving up. Waiting now for a pullback. There's 7. Is that enough? Maybe. It seems aggressive. My nose. I didn't hold that long enough. Not good. It's curling up again. 14 for highs. Nope. 2. So I bought that a little too high. That's okay. Nice buyers coming in. The low there was at 02. The 5-minute candle does look great. So if I get a chance, I'll be back in. If not, I've missed it already. High is at 15. Oh, I get a high fill there. Come on. They filled me at 8, bro. Are you kidding me? Oh, well, that's how you ruin trade for me. What an embarrassment of a fill. That is ridiculous, man. Utterly so. Utterly ridiculous. Well, what's funny is the pullback looks great, but I'm in way too high. I'm trying to buy 02, 01. It rips up so fast. It's not a bad trade to add into, but I'll have to be careful. I'll take the loss. I'll take the loss. We'll see what it does. Maybe it gives another chance. I'll place my orders on the bids if it does. Oh, let's see. Take us to the moon. Break of 10, I'll add back. Bro, a little too aggressive right there. My nose continues to get stuffy. It's like I can't even talk, as I'm trying to trade here. I'm making too many mistakes, being a little too aggressive. So you gotta tighten up a little bit. If everything went well there, we should have already been up over 1K. So we kind of botched the trades a little bit. It seems like it's struggling too. So maybe even a new low is coming. But over 10, maybe it does take off and tries for 20, 25. The halt up is all the way at 47. No more mistakes. No more mistakes. All right, no more mistakes from this point on. And so we got a high of 11. The new 5-minute candle is about 2 minutes away. How low? How low? Low? 97. It feels like it might want to go lower, but we'll see. High of the current candle is 5. Maybe not. Okay, I'll keep waiting. Still trying to trust the price action, of course, despite what my bias might be. Price action is king. This red candle now has about a minute left on the 5. Bills are super high. It needs to break 10 or else it's trouble. Trouble just like the Taylor Swift song, right? There's a seller at 12 of 25,000, so that doesn't make it any better. The pastor watching the trades. So we got a high of 15, right? Will we see a new high of the day in the next couple of minutes? The new 5 minute candle's trying. Will we make a new high and push through highs? It's pre-market, well, after our highs are at 245. Pre-market highs are at 29. It's trying, but we don't want to see a false breakout here. If it does go, we need to just push to 2025 and hold up above 15. So here we are attacking those sellers. In fact, there's now 50,000 shares there. It didn't flush down, so it's still holding up, which is good. We're still seeing that 3 bar play on the 5. It might go here. Come on. Should have went to the moon already. It looks like it'll go. Where are those bulls? Can we see a new highs? Can we see new highs? 15. We don't want to see it back down at $2. Okay, good, good. Can we hold? Can we hold? Can we hold? Oh, oh my goodness. And the fills are terrible. All my fills are awful here. At least a cent or two higher than I think I'm buying it every time, every moment I buy. It's still here, where's 25, 30? So it's a gradual move. It's not a strong, quick push. Looks like it's going to need that longer hold here. Oh, it still looks decent. That was way too high though. 8, low 7. Yeah, that was way too high. I don't know. I don't think it should fail. I should have waited a little bit more here for this dip. And I added 2. We didn't bounce. Got to be a little quicker getting out. Making a lot of mistakes here today. Time. The new candle is about to open. Actually, this new candle, I'll be back out for now. We kind of ended in bad shape there. See, so that wick kind of, we're still above VWAP, but that wick is kind of ominous. It's a pretty big wick. We didn't close with as much body as I would like to see. So I'll be out of there early. I hope it curls back up though. Yeah, adding there was not a great idea. So in at 15 as it's holding up for a little bit. But the time aspect was important. Once we dip down there and it holds, we got to start curling back up. So I should have sold it a little sooner. Just be out break even. Churning shares have not made any progress since that first move. Sloppy on my end for sure though, without a doubt. Raphael taking an early exit to this Friday. The day is now starting, man. The day is now starting. This one might be on the backside. Well, at least we got ourselves back to small green. I don't trust the stock in this area here, so I'm on the sidelines. Some people might still like it. Some might be holding still from lower areas. I think we closed with a little too much wick on that last 5-minute candle. So, I need some more confirmation here to get back in. That'll be the stock holding up this low at 06 above VWAP. If we can get back above 13, then I think there's a good chance we see a new high again. If not, I don't want to be a part of this. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Poor, 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 poor. I'm looking at my log here. SIEN curling back up. It's coming from very low, so it could be a little extended. Yeah, SIEN curling back up a little bit. This stock I saw and didn't include it on the watch list, but I thought it sold off way too early. Like in pre-market, the sell-off looked so big that it wasn't gonna curl. Frustration kicking in. SIEN, what will this one do? Previously we rejected 21 and 25. We haven't had a red candle yet coming up. Coming right into VWAP. I don't know, this looks to me like just it's gonna get shorted back down is how it feels. But we'll see. Hopefully it gets to the upside, and if it does, I'll be trading it over the highs. But it looks good for a short trade as of right now. Maybe that's why we're seeing these big 30,000 share sellers here. Can this one be irrationally strong and rip to the upside? Huge bids coming in. That's what we want to see. If I had shares to short, I'd go short if it goes a little higher with a tight stop towards the highs. There's no shares available. I am still a bull at heart, so I'd prefer to see it go up than down. Again, if it does break the highs, I wouldn't mind getting involved, of course. CFRX, man. I can't believe I traded that stock so poorly. My own fault for sure. That trade that I took at 210, 7,500, just, way too aggressive, way too aggressive, especially how these last couple of days have been. I might as well have been better off just trying to take 20,000 shares at 90, what was it, like 96 with a tight stop, and instead of trying to add so aggressively thinking it would just go to 20. So my expectations was a little too high. But it's part of it is because of how the first two candles I traded, it seemed like when the stock was ready, it's going with some good strength. So I kind of kept that same energy on that second move, and that was not the case. So all I was doing was buying high aggressively and selling low, which is terrible. Should have just sized in very, very aggressively on the pullback and just unwinded everything right there and just called it. Wait again for the lows, beat, and would have done very, very well, especially with that type of size. What's interesting about trading is that, you know, if my analysis was thinking like that in that moment, of course hindsight's 2020, but there are a lot of days where I'm ahead of the curve and I'm already thinking about, the best approach, right? And so there's different approaches that I'll have, right? Kind of chose the wrong one there. If I had a slightly better thought process in terms of just the analysis, here we are up 1K, maybe a little bit more with the size that I was looking to push. So as this one goes to the depths, we're just waiting. It just, if I'm a short seller, this just looks too easy, in terms of risk. Like the risk is very defined in this type of trade right here, is why it seems like this is coming back down. You curl up very extended. It already has two known hard rejections at this range, and the risk that you're risking at is very, very defined. It's not even an arbitrary trade. It's, hey, my stop is at 325. I'm just going to go short right here. And then here it is back down already. It'd be nice to have more shares available on some of these cheaper stocks for free, right? I think Thinkorswim. And I probably should have checked. Let's see. Maybe there might have been shares available. I didn't even check. Sometimes it'll say no. Oh yeah, just not available. Sometimes it'll say hard to borrow, but you'll still get some shares if you're on the hard to borrow list. Part of me is wondering if the opportunities are already finished here for this like, first hour. I could stick around to 11:30, give it an extra hour. Well, let me see. I'm gonna upload the trader view. I think this might be the worst week we've had in like months. Let's see. It's been a very slow week. But sometimes, you need a week of rest before, the things pick back up again. Let's see, calendar. June 2nd is the last time I uploaded. I don't usually upload every day. It's not really my style. I just upload, whenever I want to see something. So let's head back to the second. How I study is mostly from recording, like screen recording and like going over, level two charts. I don't really look at TraderView as much. I use it I use it more for like macro. All the micro detail, the day in, day out stuff is like studying, recapping. I should probably delete this. There's too many, there's too many think or swim files now. I have to keep, I have to be scrolling for a while. When you save it and then you import it, because I've been doing it for years, I've never deleted the files. It's now a ton of scrolling. So back, right now I'm just waiting for something else. I'll check the chat in a sec. I don't see anything hitting the scans right now though. Oh my goodness, man, I tell you. This is part of why people, you know, and on the side of gambling, right? Like for people who gamble, it's why sometimes there's an addiction, right? Is because they think that they could have done something to win, while in actuality, the odds were not in their favor, right? Like at a casino. With trading, and there's a lot of comparisons to trading and gambling, right? When you're trading and there's a very fixed system in terms of our setups and our patterns and our strategies. It's why we have to be so consistent, right? The more consistent you are with yourself about, well, let's say this, the more consistent you are with yourself and with the strategies that we trade here, ultimately the better you can do, right? Especially when you're confident to put size behind the trades. So for me, being that I've been doing it for a while now, and like a stock like this comes along, and then I kind of botch the trades a little bit. You know, the feeling that I get is like it's like in my mind, all I keep hearing is unacceptable. Like I don't, and some people will say, hey, relentless, maybe you're a little too hard on yourself, right? But when I'm here, I expect nothing less than greatness every time. It has to be that way always. That's the expectation. And of course, I don't let it drive me crazy because, then you'll just be having losing trades. But that's the expectation. It's high, but that's who I am. I need to be my best self. And that's what in where I am mentally is what upsets me at times. You know, not making the right decisions because in the moment, I see it in the moment. It just comes down to if I react well to say, okay, it makes enough sense. It's very different when you can see it. That's where it really really it changes the game. If you're trying to figure it out, it's a little different. You're kind of searching, you're trying to, find a consistency. But it does, it does at times feel a little, crazy because, you ask yourself, are you insane, right? Because insanity, the definition of it, right, is doing the same thing over and over and then expecting there to be a change, right? So if we're doing the right thing in the moment, right, for me, so seeing the opportunity, making sure to take it properly, a couple of those trades down there, I'm like, man, you should probably you should buy twice, right? All within the second. It's like, yo, you should probably buy twice, make sure you're in here good, sell the first one for a couple cents, keep watching. But then I end up still buying once, and it's like, why? Right? Why? Everything looked great. So am I insane, right? To a certain degree. Some of you guys are probably like, this is coming from nowhere. What in the world is he talking about? That's what was going on in my head just now. As I'm waiting to see something else crawl back up. Maybe this same one comes back in play. When I do the summary, and what time is this? 10:16 a.m. When I do I'm gonna do a summary today for MMU before shutting it down. I want to talk about this particular pattern that we saw here in the 5 minute because I had a great question from one of the students that was asking me about the 5 minute chart. I think this is a great example for that. So I have to remember to mention it. I'll write it down. You know, the candlesticks matter, right? Always. The candlesticks, they matter. There's a cricket out there. This is a tip that will help with accuracy, right? On the trades. So of course, I'll save it for the students, right? For those of you on YouTube, I hope you guys understand. And if you are watching on, of course, hit that thumbs up. Twitch, Facebook as well, hit the thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Right now we're flat on the day. We're just flat on the day. Where is this thing at? How do we get it again? Monitor. Okay, there we go. Activities and positions. $39, and we took 84 trades. They're gonna at least be taking $10 here for fees already. So $29. $29 in an hour of trading. I guess for, a normal job, it's not you know, it's not bad money. It's not great, but it's not bad. But for trading, this trading world is a bit of a different field, a different world. The money in this field is very different, man. The amount of money sometimes I lose in a day. If I lose that amount of money out of my wallet, I'd be furious, frustrated, upset. But I can lose $1,000 trading and it's like nothing. This realm is, very, very interesting when it comes to how money works. But definitely, even within just 1 hour here, on a good day, we can see some really good gains. So, yeah. Hey, $40 is better than nothing, man. You know, it won't pay the bills. but it's better than nothing. Yeah, anyhow, speaking of this week, I'll pull up the trader view. Let's go to single screen. Not a great week. Not a great week. My accuracy, though, I like better than usual. These last couple of months, I've dropped down to like 47, 48% from like I usually would always stay at 50 or higher. For this type of style of trading, um, it's possible to still be green. I think with an accuracy above 35%. If the win loss, if not win loss, profit loss ratio and the risk to reward ratio, right, heading into the trade, pre, right, it's referred to as um gotta make sure I say this correctly. Your profit loss is after the fact, right? And what's this thing called, man? Slipping my mind. Risk. Okay, there you go. Risk to reward, right? Risk to reward. So when we're going in, we already know, hey, I'm gonna be looking to make, let's say, 30 cents. I'm risking 10 cents. We have that 3 to 1 right there, assuming slippage isn't like crazy in the trade or something, right? There's a 3 to 1 right there, right? And so in having something like that, and having an accuracy above about 35%, you could still be green, right? For every one time you win, you'll have to lose 3 times to be break even. SIEN, man, no good selling off. Next week we'll be ready, man. Next week I gotta make sure that I study up a little bit, but next week we'll definitely be ready to go.